all it took is one game to change my whole perspective on video games and made me a gamer I am today. Join me on this journey as I share with you my personal story of how I fell in love with gaming all over again. I got into video games a bit later as a kid because we didn't have a computer or consoles at home until I was around 10. Back then I was all about GTA Vice City. Yeah, I know, very child appropriate. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Need for Speed Porsche and the original Mafia. As for playing games, it was always about the fun factor. Shoot people, win races, add mods. I spent hundreds of hours in GTA Vice City and Mafia by finding new cars on the internet and modding them into the game. Driving around, shooting people, things like that, pretty much messing around. I did finish the campaigns most of the time, but in reality they were just a way for me to get more action and see cool missions, so I never really cared about the story. By the time I was 16, I was busy hanging out with my friends and even had a girlfriend, so gaming kind of faded into the background for me. I was still playing here and there, but it wasn't the same and I wasn't enjoying it as much, because at the end of the day I got used to see video games as a mindless activity to pass the time, like most of the mobile games of that era. Fast forward to 2013. I actually have 3 people to thank for getting back my interest in video games. The first one is my younger sister. She introduced me to PewDiePie and we'd watch him together to pass the time. At first I didn't care too much about him, I just wanted to spend time with my sister, but with time I started to really like the guy and watch him even on my own. Now, back then he was mostly playing Amnesia and indie games, so again, just mindless fun, until he started playing The Last of Us.
Because I don't get excited for games very often, and I've been extremely excited for this one. I've literally been counting the days.
After seeing the intro, I realized that it was something truly special, and it actually made me reconsider what a video game can be. And I know there were a lot of great story-driven games, but this was the first time I was truly exposed to one, and I was more mature to pay attention to it. I ended up watching the whole playthrough of this game and I fell in love with it. I felt every beat and every small subtle moment, connected with the characters, wanted to be a part of Joel's and Ellie's journey. This was my first time ever to cry during a video game, it was just that special to me. The true connection between Ellie and Joel is so masterfully crafted that it actually made me want to have a kid one day, something that I've never considered before, and to this day The Last of Us is my favorite game of all time and I found out about it thanks to my sister and PewDiePie. The third person is actually my ex. And although our relationship did fall apart within a few years and we hurt each other quite a lot, she is an amazing person and she truly cared for me. When she saw how passionate I was about that game, she actually went out of her way and got me a PS3 for my birthday despite not doing great financially at the time. I actually don't remember for sure, but I think we did play The Last of Us together as well, and we definitely did some gaming here and there. This was that spark that I needed to start playing video games again with a newfound passion and perspective. Unfortunately, that didn't last for too long as my relationship crumbled and came to an end, and I found myself in a substantial amount of debt and I actually had to work 2 jobs for a couple of years to sustain myself and pay it off, so I didn't have any time or energy to game. When I finally dug myself out in 2018, PS3 was pretty much irrelevant, so one of my first purchases after finally having some disposable income was a gaming PC and PS4 Pro. I expected to do a lot of gaming, but that actually wasn't the case. I got so used to chasing my own tail, I found it hard to sit down, relax and play a game for fun. Also, after not playing for so long, let's be frank, I was pretty bad at it. All that brings us to about a year ago. When the pandemic hit, I was working at corporate in a movie theater chain and I was sent home for a good chunk of the year. Suddenly I had a ton of free time with nothing to fill it with, so I went back into the gaming. It was mostly PC gaming at first, until a game I've been waiting for since 2013 finally came out. The Last of Us Part 2 was very controversial and had a huge leak prior to its launch, but for some miracle it wasn't spoiled for me and I went in completely blind. I have to say, it left a huge impression on me, almost like the original game, and I just loved it. And I know a lot of you might disagree, that's fine, but it was truly special for me. After finishing it for the first time, I found out that I was actually really close to that sweet 100% completion, something that I've never done before. I was always a bit of a perfectionist. I did like seeing that 100% that a game shows you in story mode, but I never went too much out of my way for it and never paid attention to trophies. But in that game it got my attention, it almost asked me to go for it. After looking up the guide and figuring out what I was missing, I realized that I'm just one playthrough away from my first ever platinum trophy, and because I loved the game so much, I just wanted an excuse to play it again. After finishing it and getting my first ever platinum, I felt like I truly completed the game for the first time, as I saw everything it has to offer, explored every nook and cranny, read every single document, upgraded every ability and every weapon. I actually felt accomplished and it felt good, so I decided to do it again. And again. And again. And all that because of that one game I fell in love with so many years ago. In January of 2021, I actually went full circle and earned my 40th Platinum Trophy in The Last of Us Remastered. Unfortunately, I will never be able to get it in PS3 version, but I guess I'm slowly starting to accept it. In the end of the day, I truly believe that those two games changed my life and shaped me to be a gamer and the person I am today. If I've never played them, I might have never rediscovered my love for video games, my biggest hobby at the moment, so there wouldn't be trophy hunting for me, or this YouTube channel for that matter. Every one of us has our own story, favorite game, something that we are passionate about. Please share it with me, I would love to hear, I love reading those stuff. Or even better, make a YouTube video about it and share it with me. Also, if I actually convinced you to go for a Platinum Trophy in Last of Us Remastered, check out this video, as it will give you a full roadmap and what to watch out for on your playthrough. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and have a good one.